I can't see. I just let them say, oh, yeah. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we got something good for y'all tonight. I got something good for y'all tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I know I haven't been on in a while. I know I haven't been on in a minute. But if you are on TikTok, can you give me some likes? So they will invite some people. If you give me some likes, they will invite some people. Um, but welcome, y'all. I'm Coach Ken, aka the Doctor. I got something real good for y'all tonight. Real good. I mean, so I got to tell y'all what we're gonna do. Hey, Angel Marie, how are you? Tuning in from YouTube in the building. Um, and if you are tuning in from anywhere, well, we're gonna go over that. We'll get to that in a second. But what I want you to do is, if you are first off, what I'd like for everybody to do, if you're watching tonight, some more people will join us. If you're watching tonight, what I'd like for you to do is give me your name, tell me your name, and where you're chiming in from. Where you are chiming in from, where you checking in from, let me know so I can recognize you because you could be anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, but you're here with me tonight. Brittany from New Mexico, Christine from Arizona in the building, Maria from Toronto in the building. Is that Kenesia? From Georgia. Andra from Thomasville, Robin from Michigan in the building. All right, Shanika from G Borough. Hey, Shanika. All right, Sharon from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Gretchen from Flint, Michigan in the building. April from California. Krista from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Robin Prescott from, where was Robin from? She was from Arizona, Prescott Valley, Arizona. All right, all right. Candace from Texas in the building. Nikki from Texas in the building. LaShawn from San Antonio, Texas in the building. Angel Marie, I'm glad you're here. I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Fatima from the A in the building. All right, Lisa from Houston, Texas. Renette from New York City. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. I said Michaela from Kingston. Is that Kingston, North Carolina? May from Richmond, Virginia. In the building. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you all. Somebody's traveling. Here in Lynn, connected to Florida. Thank you so much. Glad you're joining me. And it's from France. In the building. Judy from ATL. All right. All right, y'all. I'm back. So if y'all hang it with me tonight, I don't know, because I haven't been in for a couple of weeks because we did our challenge. Oh my God. The Unfaithful to Unstuck challenge. The art of letting go of things that have hindered you in the past. We had 120 people sign up. We have roughly 80 to join us every single night. We're helping people let go of past stuff, past hurt, past infidelity, past betrayal, just many things, maybe something that people said in your past to help people to let that go. It was just amazing. It was so amazing. It was so amazing that we're doing part two. But the part two is only going to be one day. It's only one day. But if you join the part one, you get to come to part two absolutely free. Absolutely free. Hello, 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 hello. So, but I'm going to tell y'all more about that at the end. But that made me want to do this. Hey, I appreciate I gave a great Harley. Harley initiated my guys. Tyshawn and Ryan, they are the best. But if you did not get to attend someone NW Center, but you get to come to this next one, and you get all the replays for free. So you get to come to this next one for free. But I'm going to talk more about that in the end. So what happened recently? Can I tell you what happened recently? So I want everybody to listen. Thank you, Positive Vibes from New Jersey. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sent from Heaven. I appreciate you. So I wanted to talk to y'all about something. So I have clients from all over the world. I have clients from 7 different countries, and that I teach, as personal. And so one of my personal clients before she was a personal client, she asked me something about, she was talking about her relationship. And she was saying that she couldn't communicate well with her partner. And I began to tell her, I began to explain to her some techniques and strategies that could help her. And so the reason I'm saying this is because last night, I finished up, I had 25 people in an intensive. It's a communication intensive. And this communication intensive was 9 weeks long, right? And it was so powerful that people's lives were literally changed. Their relationships were changed. The dating was changed. And I thought to myself, I wish that everybody could get this communication training, because the truth is, I'm an expert at teaching people how to be better communicators. Because most of us think that we're good communicators, but we are not. And so when I went on this 9-week communication journey, every single person in me, there's something about them they say that was changed. And so tonight, what I wanted to do, I know I haven't been on because I've been teaching, I've been coaching. What I wanted to do tonight is I wanted to teach you all just how important communication is. And most of us, I'm going to show you that most of us are terrible communicators. I will prove that to you in a minute. But if you learn how to communicate, the truth is it could change your life. All right? It will literally change your life. And so I said tonight, what I wanted to do was help people. I'm going to give you one strategy tonight, just one. We did it for 9 weeks. I want to show you just how powerful it is. But before we get there, allow me to tell you something. They have studies out that say this. People ask, what is the number one reason people break up? And a lot of people say finances, right? And then a lot of people say infidelity. But the truth is, the number one reason people break up is because of poor communication. That means that either it's lack of communication or poor communication. But either way, communication is the number one reason. They say, well, infidelity. Okay, well, the truth is, a lot of infidelity could be prevented if there was communication. Okay, a lot of financial problems could be prevented if there was proper communication, if the people knew how to communicate. Now, a lot of people might say, I'm a good communicator, coach. I'm a good communicator. And I say to them, okay, how would you answer this question? Everybody on here, how would you answer this question? Have you ever wanted to say something to someone, your partner, or someone on the job, or someone, but you did not say it because either number one, you didn't know how to say it, or number two, you were afraid of how they might feel, so you did not say it. How is that anybody that ever happened to you? Either one of those scenarios. Now, if either one of those scenarios has ever happened, whether you didn't know what to say or you did not say it because the other person you were worried about what they would say, then you are a poor communicator. No, hey, listen, it is no big deal, but that is the litmus test because most people, 98.3% of the people in relationships today are poor communicators. And so after I did the 9-week class, when I saw just how much change had happened, I said, I am going to go live and I am going to, over the next week, I am going to help people be better communicators. Now, if y'all want to go deeper, you need to go deeper. I'll show you how to do that. But I'm just going to give you some strategies. I'm going to teach you some things that you probably did not know. So tonight, get out your pen, get out your paper, get out some whatever. Maybe some of y'all just use your phone. You know, I'm old school. I just use a pen and paper. I got a pad. I still write stuff down. But if you're the type of person that tiptoe around how you feel, if you're the type of person that just don't say it, if you're the type of person that attempts to avoid conflict, you're that type of person, then what I want you to do is stay tuned. I want to show you a method. I'm going to just give you one methodology tonight. And if you stay to the end, y'all, I am going to help you. But everybody don't want help, but some of you do. So the first thing I need you to do on TikTok, I need you to give me some likes. I need to get up to 5,000 likes so they will invite more people because I haven't been on TikTok lately. They're not telling anybody that I'm on. So y'all just hit that like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and we are going to get started, okay? Hit the like button. All right, give me some likes, give me some likes, give me some hearts, give me whatever you have to give me because I need to get more people gonna need to hear this. All right, so let's get busy. So the first thing is I did this 9-week communication intensive. The title of the communication intensive was What She Said, What He Heard. What she said, what he heard. Now, why did I do that? Because it was geared toward women and helping them understand how to communicate with men. Because men and women process communication and information differently. And so when I did the communication, I literally thought that most of it would be about how helping women communicate with men. But I didn't realize that what I was taught was everything that I was taught was going to help them in every aspect of their life. Communicating at work, communicating with their parents, communicating with their children. Y'all, it became a big deal. And so tonight I wanted to share just one strategy. Okay, get your notes out. So look, y'all, this is the strategy. I wrote down all of these notes you see came from my course that I put together, this communication course. So I'm going to give it to you off of this. I want y'all to be ready to get it. First of all, the method is, write this down. The first method I'm going to teach is called the I method. Write that down. Somebody take notes for me in here. It is called the I method. I method, all right? Now, first thing is, why does this method work? I'm going to give you why it works and when to use it. It works because it helps you to call out a behavior without being accusatory, or without the perception of being accusatory, or without the perception that you're attacking somebody. It is called the I method. I want you to think about I method, like I method. This is going to be powerful, y'all. So I want you to write this down. The I method is so powerful that Many times when you're attempting to tell someone something, right? Does it ever get to the point where you cannot get your point out, you cannot get your point across because the other person gets on the defensive, or you have been one of those people who get on the defensive and you feel like I must defend myself, and so you all never get to the point of why you were communicating. Has that ever been anybody? Say I. That should be everyone say I. I have either become defensive or the other person has become defensive, and so I was not able to get out the communication that I needed to. Somebody says, "Yep, that's me. That is me." That was Coach Ken probably years ago, 15 years ago, when my wife and I were headed for divorce court. That was me. We could not communicate with each other. We everything we said, everything she did, I perceived it as an attack. Everything I did, she perceived it as an attack. And so we could not communicate. And if you cannot communicate in relationships, the relationship is never going to work. It is not going to work. And you will feel like this relationship is doomed because you can't get your point across. So the basis of the strategy I'm going to teach you tonight. There are some of you who won't do it because you feel like you don't care if the other person, long as you get across your point. But at the end of the day, the truth is, it is not about winning or losing in communication. Most of us just want to win. And the truth is, it is about actually communicating effectively where the other person understands your point of view. You understand their point of view. Even if you disagree, both of you have the sense that the other person is listening to you. All right? A lot of people, we just want to be understood. Y'all, if you want to be understood, the other person wants to be understood too. All right. And so, y'all, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing content like this on my lives. I call them mini coaching sessions. These are going to be mini coaching sessions where I'm going to be teaching people how to navigate relationships, how to navigate dating. And I'm doing this because this is the trend that I'm going through too when my app is released. I'm going to have mini coaching sessions where you're going to learn something during the session. All right. First, we start with the I method. Why does this work? Because the other person doesn't feel attacked. The other person doesn't feel like you're accusing it. And you feel like I can get my point across. So the question is, write this down. When should you use it? When should you use the I method? You should use it. I'm reading this off my paper that I taught. When you want to express something that someone else is doing or they've done, when should you use it? When you want to express something about something someone else is doing or something that they've done. Okay? Now, why is that important? Because when a person feels attacked, they don't want to hear shit you have to say. They don't want to hear your point of view. They don't want to hear any of that. And the reason is because their energy is spent defending themselves. So I can no longer focus on the communication because my energy is spent defending myself. All right. And so the I method takes that away. So the I method takes away the idea that you're defending yourself. Okay. It takes away the idea that you are attacking the other person. And so when you use the I method, the brain sees it a different way. Okay. Now, all right. And a lot of you, Jennifer say, that was me. I just didn't want to hear it. A lot of us are like that. But y'all, now, isn't it better if Yeah, you saw me on the show with Tammy. Yeah, we're gonna be on tonight to 9 o'clock. Watch the show on MTV. For those of you who know, I'm on the show Unfaithful Caught in the Act. I'm one of the relationship coaches on that show. So I'm gonna be on tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on MTV. Shameless plug. I want y'all to watch. All right. So here are the steps. Here are the steps. What's up, Wanda? So here are the steps, y'all. If you follow these steps on this one strategy, your communication is going to be better. So follow me for the next 20, 30 minutes, and I'm going to teach you the strategy. This is the process. Step one. Step one is state the facts. Step one is I want you to state the facts. Watch what I'm about to say. So whenever you are communicating with someone, there are two parts of our brain. We have the neocortex, which is here. We have the limbic brain, is here. Basically, it's the emotional and the logical side of our brain, right? So when you're trying to communicate with someone, what happens when you begin to tell someone something that you want them to know, right? People get emotional. Oh, what you trying to say? What you trying to say? I say, you do the same thing I do. You do this. Now watch this, y'all. So what happens is they want to take the communication to the emotional side of the brain. And once the communication stays on the emotional side of the brain, now you back and forth about your feelings. Oh, you don't listen to me. You do this. I do that. You do this. Oh no, you did it too. So what I tell people is what I tell people, yes, I will give you an example, is this. I say state the facts. And how do you state the facts? Step one, you say, I noticed, or I saw, or I see. All right? Okay, watch this. So here's how it works. You say, I noticed that when we begin talking, you raised your voice. You raised your voice. The last 3 times we talked, I noticed that you raised your voice 3 different times. I noticed that this, I saw that. All right. And what you're doing is when a person tries to get emotional, what you do is you bring them back. You bring them back to the facts. You bring them back to the facts. Here's what I saw. The truth is that you didn't call and you said you would. That's the truth. And listen to what I'm doing, y'all. I'm not raising my voice. I'm simply stating the facts. I'm simply stating the fact. This is powerful, y'all. Now follow me, because when you get involved in the emotional side of it, now the conversation goes strictly to emotional, and you're not going to be heard. But when you state the facts in a calm manner, when you don't raise your voice, you say, here's what I saw. Here's what I noticed. The fact is this. The fact is that. Now, when the person tries to make it emotional, all you do is you say, well, this is the fact. The fact is, you raised your voice. The fact is, this is the fact. And so, why is that important? Here's why it's important. Because step two is once you state the facts, once you bring them back to the fact, if the person tries to get emotional, if they try to go off, you get quiet and you say, when they get finished, you say, the fact is this. Then you go to step two. Step two, and I'm going to show y'all how this works in real life. Then you go to step two. Step two is state how you feel about the fact. State how you feel about the fact. The fact is, you raise your voice at me 3 times. I feel disrespected. I feel belittled. I feel disrespect. I feel frustrated. I feel that my opinion doesn't matter. Whatever you feel, you state it right after the fact. Now, wait a minute. Coach, why does that work? Glad you asked. Why it works. All right. Glad you asked. Because whenever you state how you feel, the other person is forced to deal with your emotions about something. See, listen, most of us don't tell how we feel. Most of us don't say how we feel. Most of us don't ever reiterate how we feel. We just hope they get it. We hope they understand it. We hope they know how I feel. No, that's not the way this communication works. And so when you tell a person, you say, listen, here's the fact. Here's what happened. Here's the fact. The fact is when you slam the door on your way out, I feel like I can't communicate. I feel disrespected. I feel frustrated. I feel saddened. I feel whatever you feel. Now, this is brilliant. It's brilliant. It's worked for my clients all over the globe. And so, why is that important? It's important because now the person is confronted with how you actually feel about their behavior. Now, if the person says, I don't give a shit about your behavior, okay? Then watch this. Then what you say is you get silent. I always say you get silent, and then you say, well, I guess if my feelings don't matter, if what I say doesn't matter, I'll withdraw from this conversation. But most people ain't gonna say that. Most people gonna be like, you keep talking about what you feel, what you feel, what you feel, what you feel. Then they're going to address why you did it, why you feel this way when you remain calm, when you never raise your voice, when you state the fact, then you state how you feel, then step three, you go to step three. Step three is what I would like to happen, what I want to happen. Okay, watch this. Step three says you state what you want to happen. So what I teach my clients is you tell them what you notice, you state the facts. Then you tell them what you feel about what you notice. Then you say, listen, here's what I want. I would like if the next time that we talk, that you wouldn't raise your voice to me. The next time that we did this, the next time that you said that you would just follow up. I would like that. That is what I would like for this to happen, or that to happen, or this to happen. Now the question is, you might say, well, coach, is that effectively? They know what I want. No, a lot of times they don't know what you want. But a lot of times when you say it, now when you say what you like, I would love for us to communicate better. I would love for us to spend 10 minutes when we have an issue to talk about it. I would love for us to think, I want this. I want that. Okay? I would love for us to do this. You know what? And so when you talk about what you want to happen, now the other person who you're communicating with says, all right, this is what's happening internally. They say, you have not raised your voice, number one. Number two, you have not allowed them to deflect because you stated the fact. Number three, you have stated how you feel about it. You've talked about your emotions. You've talked about your emotions, how you feel about, and what you want to happen. Now, all right. Somebody had a question. I'm gonna get back to your question because I'm gonna answer all your questions. All right. Then you and this person is going to get into a discussion. Step 4, write this down. Step 4 is state the consequences. Now, state the consequences is not what you think. If you don't talk to me, I'm leaving your ass. No, that's not what I mean by a consequence. Step 4, here's what I mean by stating the consequence. You state the consequence based on what's going to happen if this doesn't occur. If we don't learn to talk, the consequence is our relationship. If we don't learn to communicate better, if we don't learn to communicate better, we will never be able to resolve the tough issues. Notice what I did. I stated the consequence from a standpoint of if we don't do this, if this doesn't happen, not in an accusatory way, not in a punitive way, but in a way that I want us to be better at communicating. I want us to resolve this conflict. I want us to get past this so we can grow. And if we don't do these things, we won't. You see, when you state the consequence, you state the consequence based on a shared, desired outcome, right? And when you say the consequences based on the shared outcome, the other person, now they understand what the outcome is. And you're not threatening them. You're not accusing them. You're not attacking them. Now they're willing to put their guard down and communicate. And the last step, and I'm going to go over all of this in a second. And the last step is you gain an agreement. Step 5 is you gain an agreement. Can we agree that the next time this is, can we agree that this is how we're going to handle it? Can we agree? And all of this during this is discussion. Listen, you say, she says, men, somebody just says, men tend to be very defensive. So what you tell them may be met with an objection, and I'm going to show you how to handle it. And so you're right. Women are defensive too. It's not just men. It's people who are defensive. They're defensive, Jojo, in heart, is because they are used to you communicating a certain way, used to your interaction being accusatory, being they feel like they have to be on the defensive. They have, because women do it just as much as men, y'all. This is not a gender thing. This is a human being thing. And so here's how I deflect. So, not deflect. Here's how I handle that. So, when a person, so you guys have questions. I'm going to answer every one of your questions. So, when a person wants to deflect, like wants to say, get defensive, they want to get defensive. So, here's what happens. Most of the time, when people get defensive, they feel attacked. Okay? When you use the I method, the brain perceives it differently. The brain perceives it not as an attack. Is when I say I feel this way. When I say I want this, I would like. The brain perceives, listen to me close. The brain perceives the word you and the word I very differently. If I say to you, you need to, that's how we normally communicate. You need to do this. You did this. You did that. You said this. But instead, I say, I heard this. I heard this. When you were speaking, I heard you. I heard you were. This is what I heard. Remember what I said, y'all. I said that I language is powerful. A lot of people who are listening to me ain't gonna want to use it. I know this. A lot of people gonna want to keep their communication right where it is. There were 25 ladies in my communication class over the last 9 weeks. And I systematically, each week, I'm only giving you a small snippet of one of the strategies. I taught them how to communicate better. Every one of them to a woman said that their communication was so much better, that their relationships have become better, that everything has become better. But the one thing I had to get across to everyone, every single one, the one thing that the value that actually do it. Because many of them felt like, well, ain't no hope for me, ain't no hope for him, ain't no hope. I'm just not going to do it, right? All right. And so what I said was, well, the hardest part won't be the strategies that I teach, because the strategies work. I taught them 12 to 15 strategies that can handle any kind of communicating tough stuff. Now, this is just the baseline one. The reason why this is the first one that I taught them is because this one is the foundation. Because when you start to use I statements, when you begin using I statements instead of you statements, now the other person's card comes down. All right? So somebody wrote in here, had an example. I don't know what it is. Can somebody put the example back in here? And I'll read the example to everybody. I'm listening. I got people from 4 different platforms. And I'll read the example from people on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If somebody I think on Instagram had the Okay. Okay. Melody says this. Watch what Melody says. All right, he is 30 years. Okay, lately miscommunication between me and my boyfriend caused a lot of fights. He's moody from work. He's always okay. He is 30, 3 years younger than me, but very short tempered. I don't know how to resolve this issue. Okay? All right. So the first thing that I'm going to say, let's use the identity. He's got a short fuse, y'all. All right, this is a perfect one. He's got a short fuse. They've been arguing lately. All right, they've been arguing a lot lately. So let me use. Okay, Melody. Here's what Melody. Melody. First of all, when Melody sees her boyfriend, Melody, you're not going to address him about this when he's angry. You're going to address him when you're not angry. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to bring that energy in the conversation. You're going to keep it. You're going to think about this, Melody. You're going to act as a thermometer in the relationship. Okay? You're going to adjust the temperature by your actions. Now watch this. So the first thing Melody is going to do is she's going to approach him when he's not angry. You say, "Hey, babe, I don't know how y'all talk. I love to talk. I want to talk." Okay? And he ain't angry. And he's going to be like, "What's up? What's up?" And what Melody is going to do, Melody is going to look at him. And Melody is going to say this. Watch this, y'all. Melody is going to say, number one, I know I want us to be better. I know we've had some stressful things that have gone on in our relationship, but I want to communicate better with you. I want us to understand each other better. I know you do. All right. Now, what am I doing? What am I doing by mentioning first, before I ever get into the strategy, by mentioning first that I want the relationship to be better. But listen, if he already checked out, then you're not with the right person. Somebody says he's already checked out, LOL, but you're not with the right person then. Because if you go to the person and you go from a solution-based point of view, I want us to be better. I want us to communicate better. I want us to be better for each other. Okay? Whenever you go from that particular point of view, all right, it diffuses the other person. Now, then you go into it and you say, "Hey, babe, here's what I noticed. I noticed the last 3 times we went to I noticed that I noticed that when we tried to talk, the conversation roused up your anger and you got a little upset. I saw it. I noticed it. All right. And you go to the fact. You state the facts. State the facts. But the first thing you do is affirm the relationship. Ooh! The reason why communication doesn't work is because the first step is affirming the relationship. Affirming where we're going to be, affirming that I want to be better, affirming that we're going to be better. That is my objective. If you don't affirm the relationship, the other person thinks your ass just complaining, doing much of the same. You know what? Because we ain't never been able to communicate. And if you affirm, I want us to be better, I want to communicate better, I want to be better, I want us to be better. You affirm the relationship. And the step one is I noticed in the last couple of times you raised your voice, you got angry. I don't know if it's because of hurt. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I want to be here for you. But then you say, here's how it makes me feel. All right? You say, I feel like I'm being shut out. I feel frustrated because of this. I feel this. All right? Now, when you tell the person how you feel, when they're not angry, if they care about you, they're going to acknowledge that you feel a certain way. They may not agree with it, but the fact that they acknowledge it. And when you acknowledge it, now all of a sudden you set the stage for communication. Then you say, here's what I would like if when we begin talking, if you're not wanting to talk about something, I'm okay with that. I want to give you your space. If it's okay with you, then we could just set aside to talk and work through it, whatever it is. But we don't have to do it right away. I just want you to know that I'm all in this relationship. In this relationship. Notice what I did. Step 3, I want. Step 4 is state the consequences. You know what? If we can't talk, we can't grow together. If we can't talk, there are going to be moments where we're arguing and I don't want to. State the consequences. And then the last thing is, now listen, you're going to be having dialogue throughout this, but I'm giving you the structure of it. And then the last thing is when you talk to, can we agree, get an agreement? That what we're going to do is when we talk, when we do this, we won't get it. Yeah, this strategy, it works. Someone just said, why do we have to be so basic to get regular communication? How's that? I don't understand. Someone see in what this person just did. I know they're making a point that you have to be basic. The truth is 98.3% of people communicate. We've never been taught how to communicate. And then someone comes along to teach you how to communicate, and it's basic. I just don't understand it. The reason why we just did a 9-week intensive of all of those people in our class, why their lives have changed, their relationships changed, because they're willing to embrace this as a valuable aspect. Learning how to communicate is a valuable aspect. Most of us don't. And I assure you this is not basic. I assure you, y'all, I'm just saying, oh, this, some people are going to accept it. And it's, I'm not making a big deal out of it. My job is just to teach you all how to be better for those people to be better. And I'm not knocking on anybody who doesn't. Some people are frustrated, some people are fed up because they haven't been, because they don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to. And I'm going to teach you how. For those of you, I wish like crazy you guys were in the class. But I'm going to be doing what I call mini coaching. I'm going to be teaching y'all over the next, when we're not doing stuff, over the next 2 weeks. I mean, actually, over the rest of the year, at times I'm going to be doing these mini coaching sessions. My app will be launched soon, and that's where I'm really going to be teaching stuff like this, y'all. For those people who want it, it's going to be there. I'm not promoting the app yet. We got approved by Apple, though. That's good. Now we're waiting on Google. We're going to release it soon. Where I'm going to be teaching all this stuff. I'm going to be teaching, right? So I want to say this to you. I want to do something. For those of you who are listening, we did a training, and I've been teaching over the whole month. Those of you who came to my challenge, the challenge was unfaithful to unstuck. Art of letting go, how to let go betrayal, how to let go infidelity, how to let go what mama said, all of that, how to let go beliefs that you had. The challenge was 110 people, 120. It was amazing. It was so amazing that if you're listening to me right now and you registered for that and you were on that in that 3-day challenge, I want you to go. Check this out. I want you to inbox me because we're having a part 2. The part 2 is only one day. It's called Unfaithful to Unstuck, Releasing Resistance. I am going to teach you all how to release the steps to release the things you've been holding on to. How do you release? How do you release the trauma that you had? How do you release the toxicity of your last relationship? How do you release what mama said? How do you release the beliefs that no one will ever love you? How do you release them? Okay? Y'all, I'm going to tell you, for those of you who want this one-day training, if you want this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a special offer for y'all. The one-day training is going to be part 2. If you sign up for it tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to give you the 3 days from part 1. You get the replay. And you get part 2. You get part 2 for all of that for $47. Now, If you participated in part one, inbox me at Coach Ken Canion at Gmail. You get to come for free because you were at part one. You get part two for free. The outpouring of this was so powerful that people's lives would change so much. I had to do a part two. And those people who came to part one, paid for $47 to get part one, inbox me at Coach Ken Canion at Gmail, and you get to come for free. Now, if you want to come to part two, if you want unfaithful to unstuck, if you want to learn how to release things, I need you to sign up for part two. But I'm going to give you part one. You're going to get all the replays for the videos that were from now. So if you want to sign up for part two, here's what I want you to do. If you're on Instagram or TikTok, go up to my bio, click on my bio, go to my link, and listen, and click Unfaithful Unstuck Part 2. Sign up for it. And then email me and let me know, and I will send you all of the information. You know there's something in your life that you need to let. Maybe some trauma from an education. Maybe it's something that your mother said. Maybe it's something that your father said. Maybe it's something that somebody you hate. Maybe they cheated on you, betrayed you. Maybe it was a friend that betrayed you. Maybe it was any of that. But if it's that and you need it, and you need to learn how to release it, I want you to go up to my bio, on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Go up to my bio, click the link tree, join part two for $47. You get school trainings for $47. Then, all right? No, I don't talk too much, user, whatever you are. You don't have to watch my lives. I will. I tell people, you can say if I'm talking too much, please. You don't have to watch me, leave. All right? Oh, that's the thing, y'all. People want to get, what they want to do is they want to get in your ear. What they want to do is they want to make you believe that they're more important than you, and they're not. I can give a shit less what user thinks. They ain't even got a name up there. I can care less, y'all. And what I say to each one of you, your voice has to be louder than the people. Your voice has to be louder than what mama can say, what your aunt said. Your voice, but you don't know how to get there. I want to teach you. So if you're on Facebook um, and YouTube, I'm going to put this in the link. All right, let me give this to you. I'm going to put it over. If you are on Facebook, there you go. I'm putting it in the comment section. You're on Facebook or YouTube, and you can sign up. Yes. And so for those of you who want to change, for those of you who really want to do something, so I'm going to be doing many coaching sessions. I'm like, listen, I'm not in this for popularity. I don't care. I don't really give a shit. I don't really care. All I care about is transforming lives. That's all I care about. And so most of these people out here care what other people think. I don't give a shit. All I care about, my mission is clear. My mission is clear from God. I know what my mission is. My mission is to help people's lives change. And for those of you who want to change, join this challenge. It's not a challenge, it's a masterclass. This is the part 2 of it. Go up to my bio, and click it and get part 2. And then, and let's get to the road of healing. Okay? All right, get to the road of healing. Step 3 was state what you would like to have. State what you want. Step 1, for those of you who listen, state the facts. I see, I know. Step 2, state how you feel about the facts. Step 3, state what you would like to happen. Step 4, state the consequences based on the shared goal that you both want. And step 5, gain an agreement. That is all for tonight, y'all. I'll be back. I don't know if I'm going to be back tomorrow because I'm getting some dental work done. I don't know if I will be able to talk, but either way, I'll be back. For those of you who are listening, those of you coming, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, appreciate y'all. And I am out. All right. Peace, peace, peace. Go to the link tree, look at the comment section here, and join. All right.